All right, let's get into it. Today, we are cracking the code on a problem that drives, well, pretty much all of us crazy, making changes that actually stick. We're going to be diving into this really powerful philosophy from Japan that just flips the whole script on how we think about achieving goals. And to really get to the bottom of this, we have to start with a pretty fundamental question. I mean, it all starts here, doesn't it? Every January, maybe every Monday, we set these huge, ambitious goals. We are so motivated. But, a few weeks later, we're right back where we started. So why does this keep happening? And what's the first thing we do? We blame ourselves, right? We think, I just don't have enough willpower. But what if that's not the real story at all? The truth, it turns out, is that the real culprit isn't some kind of character flaw. It's your brain's own hardwired survival instincts. Yeah, your own biology is working against you. Which brings us to our first big idea, the big goal backfire. That whole new year, new me mindset feels so inspiring at the moment, but it's actually setting us up for a biological trap. The big goal backfire. That whole new year, new me mindset feels so inspiring at the moment, but it's actually setting us up for a biological trap. Okay, so here's the absolute core of the problem. When you decide to suddenly overhaul your entire life, I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week, completely change my diet, and wake up at 5 a.m., your brain doesn't register that as positive change. Nope. It registers it as danger. This radical shift from what's normal is seen as a threat to your stability. And here's what happens next inside your head. That perceived threat, it sets off the alarm bells in your amygdala. That's the brain's ancient fear center. This floods your system with cortisol, the stress hormone, which then shuts down your rational thinking and triggers that good old fight or flight response. And in our modern world, flight usually just looks like procrastination and avoiding the thing we said we'd do. So the key takeaway here is huge. Your ambition to go big or go home isn't creating motivation, it's literally creating stress. Your brain is actively fighting you to keep you safe and sound in your familiar routine, and in doing so, it sabotages the very goal you're trying to achieve. So, if these big, audacious goals are basically doomed from the start, what's the alternative? Well, this brings us to the Kaizen solution, a super elegant system from Japan that works with your brain's biology, not against it. This is it. This is the whole philosophy right here, distilled into a single number. We're not talking about 100% overhaul, not a massive transformation, just 1%. A change so small, so completely non-threatening that your brain doesn't even notice it's happening. The formal term is Kaizen, which translates to good change. And the whole point, the secret sauce, is to make improvements that are so tiny, they just fly right under the radar of your brain's fear response. No amygdala activation, no cortisol flood, just one small, easy step forward. Now, this is where it gets really mind-blowing. Let's look at the math behind this seemingly tiny action. A 1% improvement feels like nothing on day one, totally. But as you can see, the power of compounding is just staggering. After a year of these tiny, consistent efforts, you're over 37 times better. 3,700%. That is how real permanent change is actually built. But just knowing this isn't quite enough. To actually make that 1% happen over and over, you've got to prepare your environment. And this brings us to this idea of clearing your mental path. Think of your brain's focus like a computer's RAM. It's incredibly powerful, but it is also very, very limited. Every single notification, every messy pile of papers, every one of those thousands of unopened emails, it's like a program running in the background, just draining the energy you need to take that small, positive step. Simplifying your environment isn't just a nice to have, it's a key part of the Kaizen process. And this also applies to our internal world too. Instead of fighting bad habits with this brute force willpower, which we know doesn't work, Kaizen suggests a much smarter approach. So when you feel that urge to do something you want to change, first, just observe it. That's it. Then just acknowledge the feeling. No judgment, don't act on it. And third, consciously choose a smaller, better step. This isn't about control, it's all about awareness. And that leads us to the final and maybe the most crucial piece of this entire puzzle. To actually stick with this process, we have to completely redefine what motivation is, and more importantly, where it comes from. This is a really, really important question to ask yourself, because in our world today, it is so easy to get a fake hit of motivation without actually doing a single thing. Just look at this comparison. On one side, you have borrowed dopamine. This comes from watching workout videos or reading productivity articles. It feels good, sure, but it's totally passive. Earned dopamine, on the other hand, is the reward your brain gives you for actually doing something, even something super tiny, like just putting on your running shoes. That's the only kind that creates a real sustainable loop of motivation. Let that just sink in for a second. We have it completely backward. We sit around waiting to feel motivated so we can take action. But the science shows that real motivation is the chemical reward we get after we take action. So the key is, you don't find motivation, you build it, one small action at a time. So, look, if you take just one thing away from all this, let it be this. Just ditch the whole idea of a massive overnight transformation. Instead, just focus on one thing, getting 1% better right now, today. And so that leaves us with a final thought. It's not what's your biggest, craziest dream, but a much simpler question. What's the smallest improvement you can make and then repeat tomorrow? Can you read just one page of a book? Do one push-up? Tidy up one little corner of your desk? That, right there, is where real, lasting change actually begins.